Reka and
Jessicarabbit.
welcome back to another episode of Soul Healer Podcast. It's your girl Reka.
And Jessicarabbit. Hey, y'all.
And today is a pajama party in celebration of Reka Day. This is birthday month. Celebration. So we're having a slumber party. My birthday is towards the end of the month, but I am celebrating all month long. So join the celebration with me. Go ahead and get your favorite drink, even if it's just water. Put on your pajamas, kick back, and enjoy the show.
Yes.
How you doing, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I love your hair. It looks amazing.
Thank you. Yes, got the braids for the summertime. Now I shouldn't have an excuse why I can't work out. So
yeah, you were just talking about them.
Yes. I went to this girl. I was recommended to go. She did an awesome job. She did it in like 4 hours. In and out. I was surprised.
Was it expensive?
No, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't everybody was saying it was a reasonable price. So I was like, okay, it wasn't like $300. She only charged a little bit more because I wanted them down to butt length, but she'll do it to waist length for the regular price, and then anywhere longer, like she said thigh length too. I'm like, thigh length.
Damn.
Yes.
I'd be sitting on it and be like,
I know, but like pulling, yanking. Oh, yeah.
That's some Rapunzel type shit.
Yes, and then extra for color. So if you're not a 1B on one, she has to charge extra for color. But I was like, okay.
Color matches perfectly.
Yes, thank y'all. How you doing?
I'm good. I've been trying out some new stuff with my hair too. And it was thanks to you. I'm very teachable. So I learned different things from other people when you told me about the micro links and the braidless weaves and stuff like that. I was like, okay, I want to try something different. So this all of this isn't my real hair. I have done the micro link with the weave. So instead of gluing the tracks in or sewing the tracks in, I just connected the micro links to pieces of my hair to keep it in, and I put it in between my hair. So I'm trying out different things. I like it. It's versatile. It still took me a while because I'm still learning it, and you have to go row by row. So yeah, I'm liking it. I'm learning new things. I'm still practicing the ukulele. I have been painting. My girl.
It's beautiful.
I was like channeling my inner Afro queen.
Mm-hmm.
I went painting with a friend.
And the same lip color.
Yes. So yes, I've been painting. Just chilling and having fun. Working as usual, but it's all fun.
Yes.
So we have also caught up on our popular shows. So we have The Power, and then we have Obsessed that we could talk about. And before we begin, spoiler alert.
Yes. And then so much going on.
It is.
And Power.
So let's see where to begin. Well, let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
Let's start at the beginning with Power. Well, I can't remember if this is the beginning, but Drew is all in his panties in a bunch in reference to the old boyfriend. I'm like, dude, just let it go.
He is such a messy girl. Like, he reminds me of those girlfriends that don't want to let her man move on and do better. You know, he's like the jealous girlfriend that sees her man anything but happy without them, and then you got to die.
Having his meltdowns, like, choose me. And then throwing stuff around your room. You having a temper tantrum, throwing stuff around your room. Like, I can't even compare it to what I would think he would have a temper tantrum like that for.
That reminds me of my son on the spectrum when he has outbursts and is in destructive mode. That's what that, and I'm like, you are a grown man. You should not be this upset because he chose to come out.
My husband said, so did he just rewind whatever he was watching on the TV and then play it back, because he had the tantrum as if he had already seen what the show was about and the boyfriend coming on, but then when Kane comes in the room, it's like it plays all over again. So did you record it? Is it on DVR?
He might have been kept rewinding it and then it led up to that moment. But I'm
so
like,
you just watching it over and over again. Because you knew what was going to happen. So when Kane came in the room, you're watching it over again from the beginning. Like, watch this shit.
Yeah, like, look, like he was looking for attention. Because that's what my son would do. He would start making noise and start being destructive. So we can come in there like, what's wrong? What do you need? You need a hug? Are you mad? What's going on? And that's exactly what happened.
But he done got with his cousin after that. And then, like, you still doing what you want to do, even though you killing people. And then gave himself away, well, when he made that scene in the bar. Now you're snitching on yourself. You ain't know nobody was going to be recording you. But how did they come across that video online to see he was having a temper tantrum? Was it on TMZ?
I think so. It was like, yeah, because they was like, look at this. It was on YouTube or something. You know how
somebody come get your mans. What is that?
Yeah. Who is this? Why is he mad? So now, in this day and age, you should know that people are going to be recording. You don't do anything in public or even on TikTok or anything without somebody screen recording something or taking a screenshot. Come on now.
Yeah. And then Diana being locked up. Like, Monet was like, this bitch probably gonna snitch on me. Let's not keep her in there too long. Like, I know how I raised her, but she got different ways. But she was holding her own pretty good.
Yeah, she was. So she was thinking only about herself. I'm like, no, Monet, she is you. So you know you were thinking only about yourself. So that's why you thought she was only going to think about herself. But no, she did good. I was very happy with Diana. She did really well. She already knew they had her well trained for what to do when the cops get you, because you know if you ain't got cuffs on and you ain't going into that cell, he ain't got nothing on you.
Like, can I go now? And then the whole part about Sax and Method playing against each other, because he found out that Sax was working with the feds, and that whole knocking the coffee over in his lap, I was like, his balls is burning. Little burnt balls.
Fire down there. Yes, and he had to let Diana know, and then they said put it on Effie, which was good. You know what? I was like, are they doing this to Effie to get her in trouble, or she's the less suspecting one? And then I saw on TikTok that they think that Effie is Mecca and what's her name, Naomi, or Naomi's daughter.
Oh, you did say you think she's one of the Haitians, the Haitian's daughter. So
yes.
Yeah, I'm waiting to figure out if that aligns. But she was like, I would have did it to y'all anyway when they got her locked up. They already knew, well, Tariq knew what was going to happen, so they had sugar everywhere. So they can even help Diana, because the stuff she was putting in the locker, they found those packs with sugar. So she was just like, yeah, I was putting it in there because I knew y'all was watching me.
Yeah, so that's it. And then now you really don't have anything. And then also, I think Tariq saw that Effie had their back because she didn't say anything. So I think that really makes him think about what's going on. Now, I'm waiting to see, because the guy who plays Braden was on a podcast and
Mhm.
slipped up and said the girl that played Effie, not plays. So I'm like, are you insinuating that she died? He's like, oh, I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said that. No, plays. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, because that's when you said, when I told you I had finished watching the episode, you was like, did Effie die? Did Effie die? I was like, no, the current episode. I ain't seen nothing new. I don't know. But let's see. We knew her and Kane were gonna hook up. Because
Now,
she was gonna be like, okay, you don't want nothing, but that means I can give it to you, and it won't, it won't be like you pimping me out or I'm hoeing myself.
So now, but then Kane was mad when she made him hide. Like, you want to hide me? But now he pussy whooped.
Yep. He is. And
Mm.
he forgot, he didn't think about his sister no more. Once she started kissing up on him, he did not even think about Diana.
I said that. I was like, yo, what about your sister? You just out here going to spend the night. Spent the night, was laid up, all booed up. So
I think Effie might have did that as get back, because when she showed up with Diane at Diana's, Tariq was there. So she's like, fuck her.
Yeah, that's what that may have been it too. Yeah, a double hitter. And then I think it was at Tariq as well. Oh, now your little girl, all locked up and stuff like that. But to me, I think her and Tariq gonna get back together if she does live, because I think they're gonna be like that toxic couple, like Tasha and Ghost, always cheating on each other. They're cheating on each other, but they work best together.
I don't know. Kane gonna have his little temper tantrums and running their family.
Yeah, but remember, she got locked up on the attempted murder charge, and remember, Kane is on that wire saying that she gotta go. So now, because remember, if you watch the clips for next week, I don't know how he got in there as her lawyer.
Kane?
But yeah, there's a clip for next week, and he's sitting there in the cell with her, like he's her lawyer. I'm like, how is this? How'd you get in here, Kane?
And pay?
Yeah, who did he pay? It's all about put it all on Tariq. Yeah, because you're looking out for yourself again. And I think this is that's going to make her feel like Tariq has never done that. Tariq is always just trying to cover up his stuff without throwing anyone else under the bus unnecessarily. So I'm looking forward to see that. And then, oh my gosh, Lauren. Yep, that's her. That was her. That was her.
She did it. And Kane's like, what the fuck? But let's go back to your prediction. You knew Saxe was going to die.
He needed to die.
You knew Saxe was going to die, but I didn't think that Method Man's brother was going to do it.
I did.
I saw him in the preview yelling, like, put the gun down. But I didn't know who he was talking to.
Once his brother found out that Saxe knew what happened, his brother didn't want him to go back to jail. So he said he got to go. So his brother said the best way to do it, to keep your hands clean, let me do it. And then he offered himself. Now, I didn't think he was going to offer himself, but he knew he only had a certain amount of time.
Yeah, he said like a month. Did you know what was wrong with him?
I don't know if he got kidney failure or something. I think it's kidney or liver failure, one of the two.
Yeah.
Because, once your liver goes, you're done for.
Method Man is really good at acting. I really like his acting. Because when he broke down and cried, I was like,
yeah, you felt the pain too. Yes, Method really.
I came to bring the pain.
Yeah. He picked up his new niche and was like, I'm gonna do acting.
Oh gosh. Yes, he's really good. And I didn't know Saxe was the only person who knew where Tasha and her daughter and now his grandmother were. But I guess he wasn't working with nobody else. He didn't tell Meth where they were.
No, he didn't. So now Tariq is like, I'm gonna find out or my family is. Well, somebody else knows because they took them there.
Yeah,
but they willing to say something.
Right. But who would it be?
Mm.
Somebody had to find the safe house. Somebody was transporting them there. So maybe if they don't hear from Sachs for a while, or word gets back to them that he's dead, then maybe somebody will reach out to Tariq
Mm-hmm.
on a little a restricted number or something. Like, Tariq, maybe his sister. Maybe his little sister. I don't know. But yeah, the cousins. The cousins are now looking for. I don't know none of their names.
I don't know the names either, but they're looking for Drew.
Yep. They want to ask. I need to talk to him. I need to ask him some questions. They know he has something to do with. I didn't realize everybody knew that they was sleeping together or had a thing going on. It seems like everybody knew.
Yeah, it does.
Or maybe they was just close.
I think they knew. I don't know. They also, because he said, "Oh, anything wrong in the Love Land?" Like, you didn't send any message to say, "Hey, I'm mad. You know, he cheated on me. Something. I'm done. I'm leaving here. You know, don't try to find me.
Cover the tracks or something."
Yeah, you just gonna kill him and bury him and then act like nobody's gonna look for him. He has a family,
right? That's gonna be a little war right there. And then the mother's gonna be mad because she's like, I told you to leave it alone. I told you I didn't want my family involved. And then she's gonna probably find out Monet had something to do with it, put a little bug in his ear. And now Drew is in the middle.
When I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna find out that Monet has something to do with the death. Because you think about it, she needed him gone because she didn't need pillow talk between the two to find out. You know, Monet told me about your father killing my father, and that's the reason I killed your father. So let's see how she's gonna clean this one up. She still only trusts Tariq. Kane's mad at that, but Tariq has been the only one. He comes up with the best ideas. The only one that's been truthful with her and kept it 100. So why not trust him?
You think she's gonna get her money back from the Ponzi scheme?
I think so. I think Brayden's first kill is going to be his uncle.
I think so.
I think he's going to kill his uncle. He's really pissed because I understand his uncle was like, well, what you're doing is illegal. Drugs are illegal to begin with. But his father has built that company on his reputation, on his honesty, and that's a family name, family legacy. And now you just threw dirt all in it, and his father's innocent. So he's like, no, it's different.
Yep.
You can't come to me and tell me, oh, it's the same. No, it's not. And I knew, remember I said they were doing something funny because his girlfriend kept saying she has to wash money all the time. So Kiki been knowing what to do. Now she's like, she's pissed that he don't want nothing to do with her because I'm like, this is his father's livelihood. Like, his lifestyle is like this. And then also I was thinking about Effie, like, she's broke. Yeah, you know why she's broke? Because all that Balenciaga that y'all buying, Louis Vuitton, Gucci. Yeah, girl, you can't go shop at Shein or something. Fashion Nova, you used to there buying all this high-end stuff. She riding around in the 89 Honda, but with a Balenciaga bag. Come on now.
But back to Brayden's people. What is that man? He's like a mayor. He's not a mayor. What is the black guy that Tariq talked into investing his money?
Yeah, he's somewhere high up. Yeah, he's high up on the totem pole.
And he told him I'll put you on a payment plan, but you're gonna pay everybody's money back. But Monet ain't gonna want to hear that. Say that again.
He's like, even the Tejadas.
He had to squeeze that in there, like, oh yeah, you gonna pay everybody. But he was like, I don't have that money. So he's gonna get
That's why I think he's gonna have to die.
who was his name? Was it Lorenz Tate?
Oh yeah. He's what's he assemblyman or something? He running for a governor or something.
Politician. But he done messed it up with his girl because he wanna be involved with Braden's people. But I think, well, he's looking for donations. So I don't think he's going to invest any of his money, because I think that they were planning on using him to get more money. Because they were like, oh yeah, I got a plan or something, he said. But they need a token black guy again.
That's true. I like to see how his uncle gonna come up with that. But they got so many people investing in, you know how to get those Ponzi. I mean, and then when Monet came, you know they don't like that. They don't like a strong black woman that's vocal.
Yep.
And you know,
up on him at the country club
and drink his drink like I'm in control.
That's good. This is the shit.
And he was just like, yeah, you don't have one that she's not a Kiki, one that you can keep in line.
She said you need to wear some sunscreen. She was throwing little jabs left and right, like, you know who the fuck I am. Don't play. Right. Well, that is it for Power. By the time this episode drops, another episode of Power will be coming out, so we will recap that next week. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens.
Yes, because there's only 2 more episodes left.
2 more. Oh.
Yes, and then there's another show that did you get it that I sent you? It's about that lady Candy.
Love and Death or something.
Yes,
or something. Yeah, I saw it. I asked my husband if he saw a preview of it, so we might watch that together, because some stuff that, you know, I think he might be interested in, we might watch it together. But it's so funny. When I went painting the other day at my friend's house, she had a friend there named Candy. I was like, what if it's about her? What if she's
Candy? Your husband like as my husband did, and this is the second version. So there's another version out there. I'll send you that one from Hulu. So there's a version that came out the same time last year, and they told a story. What's her name? Justin Timberlake's wife, Jessica Biel, I think. The one from Seventh Heaven.
I think that's her name.
Okay, she played Candy. She actually looked a lot like Candy. They did really good with putting it together. So we watched that one, and now we're watching this one. So it's like, it's a little different from the first one. So it's almost like my version, your version, and then
right. But it's still called Love and Death? Or
no, the other one is called I think I think it's called Candy.
If it's called Candy, I think I've seen the other one, because that name definitely sounds familiar.
The girl had glasses on?
Yes. Yeah. She got short.
The short fro. Yeah. So this is the same story, but from a different I guess directional or version. Like I guess me telling the same story that you and I were involved in. So
yeah, I look forward to seeing that, and I will definitely let you know when I start watching it.
Okay.
But yeah, let's talk about Obsessed, because I know we dropped some little nuggets last week, but that show is crazy. Oh my goodness. So we talked about well, the whole plot of it is there's a man and a woman. There's a family. The son meets a new girlfriend. He's infatuated with her. She's beautiful. He wants his family to meet her. His father happened to be at the same event that she was going to be at, and she kind of introduced herself to him. That's how it started out, right?
Yeah, but I think
he was a doctor. He's a doctor.
Yes, I think they always were sleeping together.
You think they knew each other before?
I think so, because that's when he became obsessed, when he wanted her to come. I think because the way that they said the bar, It was like two
It was
coincidences.
weird. Like they knew each other and then feeding her an olive. That was just weird.
Yeah, that was like his mistress that he would bring to those events because his wife wouldn't go.
It didn't seem like they knew each other though. It just seemed like a weird instant connection where they
Okay.
were just like, oh my gosh, I feel something. I don't know what this feeling is. Well, at least with him, because he had just come back from work. He was doing something with a surgery. They wanted to welcome him back home. The son was there, and he's talking about this girl. And I don't know whether she knew what the dad looked like already, because I didn't think he knew what she looked like. And then she walked up to him and was like, oh, you must be something's dad. Did you? Damn, I'm trying to remember. It didn't seem like they knew each other. But then that weird connection instantly, where I was like, you're in a public place around people that you know, and you're gonna, and I think the father-in-law was there or something, and you're gonna feed this girl an olive at the bar in front of everybody.
Yeah, that to me, that was the first inkling that something's not right with him. That he was willing to throw everything away right then and there. All because he's attracted to this girl.
But then the relationship moved past because I don't think they knew each other, because she took his number out of the son's phone and saved it as W for William or whatever his name is.
Then why would she call and say, I'm gonna be there? Like they already slept together.
Well, she was saying that she was going to come to the house so he wouldn't be thrown off by seeing her, because the son had invited her over for dinner.
Okay, yeah, he did. I was in my whole head, I had a whole other scenario, like, oh my God, I'm coming to the house now. What you gonna do? Like, okay.
No, she was just like, I want to give you a heads up so you know I'm coming and you're prepared, because then he saved her number in his phone as A. And she waited for her boyfriend to go to the bathroom or something to take a shower before she took his phone. He's like, oh, who's calling him? Oh, it's his dad. So let me save it in my phone and call him and let him know I'm coming. But then she comes to the house. They have this weird, he's looking at her, but nobody's really paying attention to it. He's trying not to look at her, but he's looking.
His sister caught it.
Yep. His sister noticed. She was just like, oh, what's going on here? Oh, you're making her a drink.
And she took her away. Like, like I think she saw the look or something. She goes, something's not right. Come on, come in here with me.
Right. So he made her a drink, and she gave that submissive, 50 Shades, like, what do you want me to drink?
Yes. It was very, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to do, baby? I do what you want and only what you want.
Yes, exactly. And then once I couldn't believe that they actually had sex. They met up, and it's just like this whole staring contest. Like, I'm just going to stare at you and you read my mind and just do whatever you want to do to me. But I could tell that he was going to get really attached, but then he started getting jealous of his own son. Like, I want you all to myself. I don't want to share you with him.
Yeah, because she was like, well, if we get married, this is even better, because that means I'll be around and you will have me forever. Like, but that whole male pride, you're mine, only mine. I'm like, no, she was what the first. Like,
then pop up, where they go to Paris? They went somewhere out of town, and he pops up there.
You told your wife you have to go to a conference and you couldn't take her to the beach to go stalk. Girl.
Stalking your son and not really your son, but stalking your son's girlfriend. And she was like, oh my gosh, I think he's going to propose to me. So he messed up that whole thing. Did he mess up the proposal?
No.
She was like, let him propose to me.
Yeah, she said, say yes. She said, you know the rules. I have to do what you want. Say yes. He said yes, and he regretted it. And then it's just like he won't let his son have any moment with her without him trying to have sex with her first.
Exactly. And I'm like, he just shooting the club up. They having sex raw, and you gonna come back and have sex. But I was like, if she ended up getting pregnant or something like that, you wouldn't like,
no,
well, it's the same DNA. So.
But you'll be able to tell because his mother was Indian. So that baby will look more Caucasian. I mean, that could happen too with her being white too, that could still happen, but.
Yeah, because the thing is that both the son and the father, it's about their DNA mixing with hers. So I was just like, you wouldn't, if the son and the father look alike in some shape, form, or fashion, you wouldn't have known who kid that was. And then she wouldn't have thought to get it DNA tested. Like, why? Let me just go with the flow. So this was all this stuff going on in my mind. And I'm like, they're not protected. You don't know if she's on birth control. It doesn't seem like he even cares.
No, he doesn't.
And then he starts getting those anonymous messages on his phone saying, I know what you're doing. You better tell her, blah, blah, blah.
And I knew it was the daughter.
But she didn't know who it was.
Yeah.
She thought her father was cheating, but just not who. So, yeah. But
remember, because she questioned the secretary or something, or the person, the other doctor, and she said it was not her. She doesn't know about it. And then the daughter finally.
At first, I did think it was the secretary because she kept looking at him like, oh, family stuff? Oh, you're acting a little different. You sure everything's okay? So I did think it was her at first.
Yeah, I didn't until the daughter started. But then when I was like, maybe it was, I kept thinking back to the moment that the daughter caught him. So said maybe she asked questions or something, and then they worked together with more than one person working together. Saying like, oh yeah, your dad has been acting really weird. Oh really, what's going on? And say maybe we're gonna find this out together and we're gonna figure out who it is. But
so moving forward from that point, the father got real obsessed. And then we find out the son looks like her brother. The brother that's dead, that committed suicide.
Was molesting her or something.
Yes, molesting her. And the mother knew. And she just thought that they were just really close. And she was like, you could have protected me. You could have saved me. So now it's like, well, why would you get with someone that looks like your brother? After what he did to you. It's like that.
Stockholm syndrome.
So he looks like her. Her friend is, well, looks like him. Her friend is like, does your mother know what he looks like? She's like, no, not yet. It's okay.
She's like, well, I'm going to be there.
And then, so the mother comes to the engagement party. Is that the engagement party she comes to? She sees him. She's just like, oh, wow. But you could tell she knows that this is a pattern for her daughter. It's a pattern for her to do some fucked up shit, mess up men's lives. But I think she's holding her son's incident against her daughter as well. The father gets obsessed, starts sniffing the pillow. Like, you rent the same room after they leave.
And hunch the pillow.
Sniffing it, hunch. He had to find something with her scent on it. Everything else had been changed. I was like, what does he think he's gonna find that belongs to her? That side of the bed that you're on, looking like you're about to pray to it, pray to a god or something. How you know your son wasn't sitting right there? You just see an indention in the bed and you automatically think it's her spot.
This is hers. I know. Well, she lays on this side of the bed when we're in bed together, so I know this has to be her side. And yes, it's not a hunch in the pit. I was like, oh, you are horrible.
It's crazy. I'm like, people really do that type shit? Like,
some men out there like that.
Like, she got some killer pussy. Like, what is she doing? That's that demon pussy that Abe was talking about.
Are they giving out demon pussy?
Mismanaging that demon pussy.
Yes, she is, because they all her exes end up dead or something. Yeah, so she is mismanaging that. She
Right.
is. She said, I was trying to do this one right. I was trying to do this one right. But, and then, how did they find out? I think he couldn't. Oh, when the son, the bachelor party, father was acting weird.
Yep.
And I think he figured out that the father was cheating.
He said, learn to love the questions.
And he said, oh no, that was just a poem or something I read.
I never knew why she said that. I'm like, learn to love the questions. That's just trying to avoid answering questions.
That
like,
was her.
oh, I love your silly questions. Stop asking them.
Like, you know how she always says, well, what do you want me to do? What can I, maybe it was learn to love that about her. I guess.
All the questions that people have about her. Like, learn to love the questions. I don't know. Maybe I'll look that up later to see what does learn to love the questions mean. But yeah, he said that, and the son was like, where the fuck you get that from? And he just walked away with a little smirk on his face. And you can tell the father seemed like he was trying to one up the son. Because when it was something that happened, when the father thought that the son knew and he asked him out to eat. And once he realized, he was just like, do you think mom likes her? Do you like her? And he was like, okay, whew. All right, he don't know. But then he was just sitting back like, I'm pulling a fast one on all of y'all. His son followed him after the bachelor party. Saw that he was going to her house.
Called the mother.
It's like, where is he?
Asking like, where's dad at? Do you know what he's doing? Da, da, da. So he put that in in the mother's head, like, he's doing something. And didn't she tell her not to follow him or something?
I don't remember that part. Did she say don't follow him?
Or like, don't worry about it. Something she said, I think she alluded to something like, just leave it alone. But he went on and followed anyway.
So I looked up Learn to Love the Questions, and it's a quote from Rainer Maria Rilke, Rilke maybe. Be patient towards all that is unsolved. So be patient towards all that is unsolved in your heart and try to love the questions themselves. Like locked rooms and like books that are now written. Okay, I ain't reading all that. But learn to love the questions themselves. So it's like some subliminal shit. I'm gonna start saying that to my husband or my kids. They start asking me a bunch of stuff. I'm like, learn to love the questions. What is she talking about? Right. So the son follows the father, realizes that he's at her place, calls the mom, and then he calls the dad. Did he call the dad or the girlfriend? And nobody answered.
I think he called the girlfriend.
He called the girlfriend because he was at the front door and couldn't get in. I'm like, damn, you don't got no key. You don't got no key. She your fiance.
You ain't popping up on me.
Right. But then she gave the father a key.
Because he had control. So when that relationship, she was a submissive. In the other relationship, I think she was dominating that relationship because she told him to love the question. So stop asking all these questions, just learn to love me. So I think that's what it was. So no, you're not gonna have a key. Right. No, you can't do that.
And the father's like, tell me something nobody else knows. I want to be different.
And then he stole that piece of her diary.
That's how the daughter knew something was going on, because she wore his coat and found the page of the diary. And she was like, it was mine. She told her it was hers. He found it somewhere and he was going to return it to her. So that's how she got away with that. She was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And a whole time, she knew exactly what was going on. She was finding the pieces of the puzzle. The dad is in there now, banging her out. And then the son hears them. He gets in the building because somebody leaves out, and he goes in, hears them outside of the house door or apartment door having sex. Did he kick the door in?
I think so. He kicked the door in, or he opened. Was it unlocked? I don't know. He opened the door. The door was opened.
Okay. I couldn't remember. I think my husband was like, he gonna kick that door in. He gonna kick that door. I was like, it's no so. Hey, you gonna kick the door in? I think he did kick the door in. He kicked the door in or something, but they didn't seem like in shock. They were just like, oh, somebody's coming in.
Yeah. And because she was tied up blindfolded.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's still pumping like,
I gotta get this one off. I had to finish. I don't want to have no blue balls. And then the son falls over the banister because he's shocked. He backed up and then falls and kills himself. Well, not he didn't kill himself, but he falls to his death. The son is down there, butt ass naked. He runs down the steps, butt ass naked, in the lobby, holding his son while he's bleeding out. This bitch walks past him.
She a G.
She's like, I don't want no parts of this. Fuck that nigga. Fuck you. I'm out. It's her apartment building. It's her fiance. Her slinky link. Slinky link. And she leaves. And he's still running after her. Your son is dead. And it's partly your fault.
Yes, but then he tells the ambulance the truth. So instead of saying he tripped over the banister and fell, nobody knew y'all were having sex.
He was naked. Why are you at a building of your son's fiance, no clothes on, in the lobby, and now your son's dead?
Go run and put some clothes on.
So you're gonna leave your son there? All right, I'll be right back. We'll go run all the way up these steps, put some clothes on right quick. He was in shock.
So you gotta cover your tracks.
I think he was in shock, but she left. She left and locked the door. He couldn't get back in. She didn't even throw that nigga no clothes. Like, here, something on. She ain't do none of that. So if he didn't have his son's body on his lap, like, he's just dang all out.
You know what? She may have did that because you made your bed and lying it. You don't want to stalking me. You don't want to showing up uninvited. You know, you're supposed to be at that bachelor party. Why are you here?
Mm-hmm.
So then when he waited for her to come to the funeral.
He never showed up. But her mom came.
Yeah, her mom came, yeah.
And then her mom tried to act like she didn't know where she was, and she was at her house the whole time.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, she does this. You're not the first one. And then his wife was just like, I can't believe you really waiting for her. And because he waited after the funeral, she's like, I want a divorce. I'm done. I can't.
Her father was like, we're going to let you sit with the family today. But that's about it. Don't nobody else fuck with you. Then he a sucker for love, still goes looking for her after the funeral, purchases her old apartment because she left. She's like, I can't do this. So he purchased her old condo or whatever it was just to be in that space that she used to live in. He ain't had nowhere else to go. His wife banged her head up against the damn cabinet a few times.
I know. Oh my God. I was like, yeah, you gonna kill yourself.
Right. She probably like, take me with my son. But the wife was like, nope, I'm done. The daughter probably don't talk to him. It's your fault. He's dead. You're selfish. He still goes looking for her. Did he find her at her mother's house? I can't remember.
No, he found her. She went away. She went to the honeymoon. She went to the honeymoon. She went on the honeymoon. And that's when she met another guy and tried to woo him there. And
he was married.
And then all of a sudden, she ended up somewhere else with this other guy who was trying to have sex. I think he said something that reminded her of the boy or the brother. Something happened, and she was like, "You're not going to do this to me." She left. Then the father shows up again, and she was like, "You got to stop this."
Yeah. Don't
Over,
look
like,
no more.
yeah, this can't be. Okay, you're divorced. He's gone. We ain't gonna be no happily ever after.
That was crazy.
It was. I'm like, there's really people out there that will really stalk. You lost your whole life to this woman, and you still want to be with her.
Mm-hmm.
And you know,
No, go ahead.
I said, you know, she does this for like a living. So how are you gonna be able to trust her to do anything?
That's when it's that thin line between flirting and cheating.
Because you think
It
about it,
started with the flirting.
but the olive, that should have been it. But he was
Looking at
like,
each
Anthony,
other.
you little touchy feely.
Yeah, the touchy-feely stuff at the sink. You're passing dishes to him, and then you let your hands swipe against each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then it led to full-blown cheating. Then it led to somebody dying.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're divorced. Now your whole life is shaken up.
Yeah.
And you still ain't get the girl.
No. He probably lost his respect as a doctor. People probably like, you know, he probably messing up thinking about her. So is he really getting those cases? Like, yeah, it's a lot. I mean, his whole life crumbled.
Yeah. But you know what, guys? In celebration, like we finished talking about obsessed, so I'm just jumping a little bit. For my pajama party, we were gonna do some hot seat questions, and so you guys can get to know us a little better. But you know how girls do when we get to talking, it gets, it can get long and long and drawn out a little bit. But that's what we do at pajama parties. We just talk and stay up all night, do each other's hair, do each other's nails, sip some wine, and then we might all pass out and didn't get to do everything we wanted to do. So that's going to be today. We will change. We will move over the questions, and you guys can get to know us a little bit better on the next episode of Soul Healer Podcast. Damn, you finished your one minute.
No, I'm still drinking. I'm still drinking. It's not all the way done.
I thought I needed to finish my drink. But oh, you guys, I'm drinking a fuzzy navel. So it's not just orange juice. This is my birthday celebration cup. Fuzzy navel, orange. Oh, Roscato. I had some of that the other day. It was so good.
Yes. I love it.
It was so good. And I had, when I went painting, it was Roscato. I didn't jump the conversation again. I tried some Roscato, and it was another one. I took a picture of it. Roscato and Stella Rosa Black.
Oh, yes.
Can you see it? Oh, shoot. I don't know how you make it work. You can't see.
No, I can see a little bit. I see, yes, the Stella, yeah.
Stella Rosa Black. I was like, this is really good. I need to take a picture of it so I can try it again. And I didn't get all groggy. I didn't have a headache. I didn't fall asleep. I was like, okay, it's mellow. One of them is a little more sparkly, or like a sparkling wine than the other one.
Yeah, the Moscato is, it's good. I like the sweet reds. That's good. I was enjoying it.
So fuzzy navel, if you don't know, is just orange juice with a little bit of peach liqueur. I used to drink this when I was younger. When I was just starting off. I was probably a teenager, and I was like, oh, it's fruity. I can drink this. It's not that bad.
Mine was amaretto.
Ooh, amaretto sour, or just like
amaretto. Amaretto and cream soda.
Sounds yummy.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll do the hot seat questions and any other questions you guys have for us. If you want to know us a little bit more, please put some questions in the comments. And I know some of our regular watchers like JJ and Jazzy, y'all know pretty much a lot about us, but ask us a question you might not know yet. But don't get too personal, because then I'm going to tell you mind your business. But if you want to know something about us, you want to
do like JJ do, and I'll make up a song.
Make up a song about it?
You know how you be doing, you say something, you be like, hold up, was that real? He's like,
Exactly. We might do 2 truths and 1 lie. See which
Y'all
one,
figure it out.
yeah, which one is the truth and which one is the lie. Yeah, so we will do that next time because we don't want the episode to run over too long.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's about it. You have anything else you want to discuss before we go?
No, that is it. That is it.
Yeah, that's it. And
Yeah.
like my little drink, it ain't even no strong liquor. And I'm over here like, who's kind of hot? I got this onesie on and a little bit of liqueur.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to take a nap now.
Yeah.
Okay. We're just drawing it out. You know, Black people got to say bye at least 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're on the last bye now. But until next time, we will see you and speak with you later.
Bye.